On our previous video, we actually tackled the over 1, 2, and 3 strategy, but unfortunately the video was too long, so I had to cut it short so I can do a part 2. So this is a continuation of the first video, and it's going to be very short because we actually have 3 more steps, and the last step is actually a summary. So we have 2 steps and they are very short. So we last talked about our third step was bot setup. Our fourth step is going to be the advanced professional filter. So step number 4, advanced professional filter. So as a good trader, I believe 90% of the traders actually know that we have what we call the volatility while trading in markets, in digit markets. So we have what we call the volatility, and we have 2 types of volatility. We have the 1S. So here we have 50, 1S. We have the 1S into bracket, and we have the index. So on my upper screen, I have 51S. On my lower screen, I have 10 index. So I want, in 5 seconds, I want you to look at the last prediction of both volatilities. And let's see if we notice something in 5 seconds. Great. So what we have noticed is that the 1S, in terms of digit provision, it's much faster than the index market. That is something that we can all agree, right? So basically the 1S, in terms of the last digit provision, it's like double the speed of the index. So I want to tell you something very crucial. So this is very important. If you are a beginner or an intermediate, so if you believe you're a beginner or an intermediate, so leave out the pros. Never, and I repeat again, never ever trade on a slow moving volatility. Never ever trade on a slow moving market like the 10 index. The examples of the 10 index, the 25 index, 75 index. So never ever, if you are not a pro. But if you are a pro, you can use this. For the beginners, always trade when the volatility market is moving fast with rapid tick movement. Avoid flat or slow markets condition. Fast ticks creates more digit variation and better entry points. So fast ticks create more digit variation, which results to a better entry point. So basically, if I want to take 10 trades here, if I want to take, let's say I want to take 10 trades on my 1S market, and you want to take 10 trades on your index market, basically I'll get out of the market ahead of you. I'll get out of the market within a short period of time, resulting the market will not fluctuate my trades, or the market will not fluctuate the digit, not my trade. The market will not fluctuate the digit, resulting me to a safe position than you, who has to overstay in the market for you to accomplish your 10 trades. So when the market fluctuates, the person in the volatility index, not the 1S, will result to more losses, or he will result to some few numbers of losses comparing to the person trading the 1S volatility. So always, as a beginner or a pro trader, always trade the 1S volatility index. So that's what we call the advanced professional filter. So on our last step, so that we can do the summary, we have what we call reality check and risk warning. Reality check and risk warning. So basically, trading a market like over 2 or under 7, automatically you have a 70% win. You can agree with me. I think everyone can agree with me on that. We have a 70% win on an over 2 market without the strategy, without anything. You have a 70% win chance. So payout in a market like this, where the percentage is high, the payout is very low compared to where the risk is very high. So in a market like over, where your prediction is like over 5 or over 6, so the payout is not the same as over 2, but over 5 it has higher payout, but the risk are high too. But in a market like over 2, the risks are low, but the payout is also low. So that is the reality check. So if you want higher payout, go for high risk. If you want low risk, go for low payouts. Are we together until there? So the beginners, so if you're a beginner or an intermediate, go for the low risk market. Basically, let's say like the over 0, over 1, over 2, over 3, and the differs. And if you are an intermediate, or if you are a pro, you can go for the higher markets. So that's what we call the reality check. And in terms of the risk warning, so while trading in a market, let's say you are trading in a market like this, you have a stake like mine, okay, and you want to manage your staking. So basically, what you do, you can do a 5% of your whole stake. That will be your trade stake. So you can do a 10% or a 5%. So that's what we call a better risk management. Don't go full margin, don't go 50%. Use a 10 or a 5% while trading in markets like over 2 or over 3, because if this market hits you a loss, you'll probably have a long way to recover that loss, since the payout is very slow. So you have to be very careful while trading in markets like over 1, 2, or 3. The same way you have to be very careful in trading the over digits also, the high risk markets. So that's what we call the risk check and the risk warning and the risk management, risk warning or the risk management. So on our summary, so let me summarize everything, and that will be our strategy of over 1, 2, and 3. You can also do the vice versa, so that you can trade the under 9, 8, and under 9, 8, 7, and 6. So number 1, so this is the summary of everything we have done today. So number 1, we have what we call always watch the first 5 ticks. I told you that always watch the first 5 ticks, so that you can get to understand where the market is, where the trend of the market is, where I told you we have higher digits and lower digits. Number 2, if 3 plus, you remember how I told you 3 digits over part, then it comes to the under part and takes 2 digits. So if 3 plus digits are 0 to 2, yeah, 0 to 2, trade over, right? Trade over. If the last 3 plus digits are 7 to 9, trade under. Okay, stake 5 to 10% of your maximum account. That's number 3. Number 4, stop after 2 consecutive losses. Stop after every 2 consecutive losses. Kama uko na, so if you have a martingale, if you don't, so if you encounter 2 losses consecutively, first loss and then the second run is a loss, always stop and find a new entry. And finally, the last is always have a target, always have a take profit, always have a target to prevent you from over trading and overstaying in the market. That was our over and under strategy. I believe it's going to help many of you. Go and try it out and put it into work.